everyone. Right, quickly, first things first, I just have to get this off my chest. After doing the previous challenge and then the week that I've done so far with this challenge, I can confirm the rumours are true. I've lost around a stone, so absolutely buzzing with that, obviously. Feels like a weight's been lifted off my entire body, obviously. I'm now going to probably be in the corner of your screen with the clips of all the days that I've been doing this yoga so far, but you might notice that it's gone straight into day 2. The reason being, the footage for day 1 unfortunately is kind of corrupted because my phone, as it was attached in my tripod, has ended up, the weight of my phone's ended up making it lift upwards during the video. So about 2 minutes into the video, my phone's just looking up at like the ceiling. So obviously pretty useless. So I've just got in from my placement. I've got myself a coffee. I've had to put together a bit of a script so that I know what I'm going to be talking about. Look, I put together the clips of each day, and then I'm just going to put this video over the top of it in the top corner, so hopefully it'll work. If you don't like the sound of my voice, I'm sorry. Put it on mute and just watch the clips, or don't do either, but at least just try and watch the video, you know, it helps me out, helps the channel. So yeah, okay, why yoga for this second challenge? I think for me it's one of those where I didn't want to rush straight into a more difficult or more physically demanding challenge like, you know, 5k every day or go to the gym every day I wanted to use yoga as a way to build the foundations for that sort of thing. Improve my flexibility, improve my core strength, just things like that. Just improve that base level of fitness before moving on to those more physically demanding challenges. So that's why I wanted to pick yoga. And confession, I'm not a complete beginner. In the very first lockdown a couple of years ago, God knows when it even was now, I did do yoga for a month in that first lockdown, so I do have a bit of experience with it, but I would still say would class myself as a beginner. Yeah, that's why I picked yoga. The benefits that I've found so far, just that general, like I talked about, the base level of strength. I can already see a slight difference in some of those really testing core positions, like a plank, like downward dog, down facing dog, the lunges. I feel more already. You might see it later on in the video, but towards day 6, day 7, I do feel like my balance has improved in terms of holding those positions, the strength in the foundations of my body, my legs and my core. I think they've already slightly improved. Obviously, we'll see a bigger change from week 1 to week 4, but I'll come on to that. Mentally, I was quite surprised how zen and how more of a focus on the peaceful, breathing, meditative side of yoga. I know that is part of it, but I'm being quite surprised how much that is in there. But it does help, especially like the breathing, for instance. If you do buy into it, if you do engage with it, I think it does help throughout the videos. By the way, it's Yoga with Adriene. Some of you probably have heard of it. She's very popular in the yoga world. I think everyone's heard. She's everyone's go-to especially in some of the lockdowns. She definitely blew up a bit through COVID, which is brilliant. I do have to, if you're watching this, Adrian, shout out to you because you are fantastic at what you do. So yeah, there's some of the benefits. I will admit, I had every intention of getting up at 6 a.m, 6:30 before my placement to do my yoga. And there have been days where I haven't managed to get up at that time. I found that to be a real struggle. So a lot of the days I've just been doing in the evening. So yeah, maybe that could be another challenge in the future, 5 a.m. club or something, but that is a real struggle for me. Some of the positions that I found difficult, anything involving straightening of the legs, they're my biggest issues, I think, and straightening of the back as well, I guess, in the plank and the downward facing dog. Anything involving perfectly straight lines of either your back or your legs. The hamstrings are just not, there's not as much give as I would like in them, so hopefully that will improve by week 3. Positions I find I'm comfortable with are things like squats, lunge, any sort of lunge position. There's one which you might have spotted in this video where my back leg is shaking like a dog, but apart from that, I feel pretty confident with those. I think that links back to my experience in. I played squash for quite a few years, but especially my last few years at uni, training 3 times a day, playing every week. So that involves a lot of lunging and squatting. So I think my experience with that helps in those. I have to give a quick shout out to Leeds Beckett, which I was formerly captain of up until last year, the squash team. So they are currently smashing it this season. So shout out to them. They've just beaten Bangor, I think, from Wales, and they're through to the semi-finals of the cup. So well done, lads. Keep it going. And yeah, you can call it coincidence that they're having such a great deal of success after I've left, but I'd like to think, I built those foundations for them to then improve on. So you're welcome, lads. So yeah, the plans for the final video from this challenge is hopefully going to be some comparisons. It's hard to do comparisons from day 1 to day 5, day 6, because it's still a short period of time, and there's probably not a great deal or a massive deal of improvement. I think you might have seen a couple in this video, but focus on drivers on the road. So people who cut in, people who don't indicate, people who drive up your backside when you are doing the speed limit. What is your rush? Just chill out, okay? I started this on it. The intention was never, I want to hit thousands of subscribers. It was just more like a video diary for me, hold myself accountable. We're already into February, so hope you've had a good start to the year, and yeah, just continue to progress with whatever you want to achieve in your own life. So cheers to everyone out there watching this video. Thank you for watching. I hope you